Another famous name and face that I've bumped into here in the paddock is Adrian Newey, and he's here with his Lotus 49. Adrian, first of all, let's go back to when you were 10 years old and the beginning of your story with the Lotus 49.
Well, my dad was a mad car enthusiast, and he had a succession of Mini Cooper S's and then Lotus Elans, both of which arrived as kits on the back of lorries. By the time he got the second one, I was old enough to help him. So kind of Lotus was the team, if you like, that the family followed. And the first Tamiya 12-scale models I bought when I was 10 was a Lotus 49, so it was always, for me, a very special car.
How did that transform into this?
Midlife crisis, probably is the easiest way of putting it. No, this car came up for auction 4 years ago at Bonham's at the Festival of Speed, and a friend of mine kindly bid on it for me and won the bid. So having now got the car, it's kind of, what do I do with it? It was an okay condition, but not good enough condition to drive, really. So I thought, well, you know what? I built the 12-scale kit when I was 10. I'll have a go at building the full-scale one. So I stripped it down, sent the big bits, the chassis, suspension, off to Clive Chapman at Team Lotus, Chris Dinage, who are super helpful. Did a great job of refurbishing the chassis, the engine off to Nicholson's, the gearbox off to BPA. And then when it came back, started putting it back together. Paul Lanzanti, who's under there fettling the back, kindly lent me his workshop, and every time I got stuck, which was quite often, he helped me out. So I finally got it ready for Monaco 2 years ago.
You've not got a bad contacts list, have you?
No, indeed, I'm very lucky. That's the one advantage of working in the industry.
Isn't it just? Yeah. So how is it to drive here in Monaco?
Very special. It's an ex-Graham Hill car, so to now be driving the car that was kind of, as I say, the car that probably defined my childhood. I'd also always followed Graham Hill, read his book, Life at the Limit, at a similar age, maybe a little bit older, 11 or 12. So to be driving an ex-Graham Hill car at Monaco is truly special.
And obviously we're surrounded by beautiful cars here. Yeah. Any that take your fancy, or you think, oh, I would have liked to have had a hand in designing one of those?
I think what I love about this period of cars, from kind of the mid 60s through to the late 70s, is the huge variety. You had this almost explosion of different shapes, and if you walk along there, you'll see every car is so individual and recognisable.
Yeah, you're right.
Very open rule book. The rule book was kind of, I'm guessing 3 pages thick, whereas now we're at probably more like 300 pages. So very open rule book, much less resource, of course, than we have today, but that meant that fertile imaginations could run wild.
How big is your smile when you're driving this?
Well, when I'm actually driving, once the kind of once you get going, then it's concentration. Sure. To be honest, around here is fairly intimidating track, and it's not one you can relax on. But certainly the smile when the checkered flag goes is huge, absolutely huge.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Lou.